Water moccasin, also known as the cottonmouth, when it feels threatened by a predator, it looks up, opens its mouth, and inside is white like cotton. And then we have the coral snake, most toxic snake in North America, drop for drop when it comes to its venom. Same family as the cobra. So when it bites you, the venom attacks your nervous system, shuts down your vital organs, you go to sleep, and you don't wake back up. So don't mess with it. Now I'm going to be very blunt and very honest with you guys. I needed snakes for the snake show on very short notice. But luckily, there's a man on the side of the road. He was selling these pillowcases with a snake in each bag, and he said $5 a bag. I said, that's a great deal, what's the catch? He said the only catch was I couldn't look inside the bag, just buy it and leave. And I said, okay, it's a good deal. What are your credentials for selling these snakes? And he says, what are credentials? And I said, okay, I should probably get out of here. Now another problem I have, here at the Everglades Alligator Farm, the insurance for the employees, it only covers alligator bites, not snake bites. So, bit of a problem for me because I do both of the shows here. So what I'm going to have you do is reach inside this bag and gently pull out this snake. Now I'm going to give you some advice. When you put your hand in, if you hear a rattling sound, take your hand out.
Okay.
See the snake? Give it a good look and then pull it out. I'm sorry, I had a candy bar, I'm a little bit hyper. Go ahead, I won't mess with you.
Oh.
I won't. Gently pull them out.
Ooh.
There you go. Grab by that coil and pull them out.
Really?
Right here.
Ah, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, horrible.
It's beautiful. What are you talking about? That right there, I think it's not venomous. That is not dangerous. I'll take that. Thank you. This right here is called a red rat snake. You guys want to come in and have a seat? Come on. I can chase you if you want to run away, so you might as well just go sit down. Go on, go ahead. Go ahead, right over here. I'll hold him over here. You're fine. Go. Quick. Come on. Go ahead. Go, go, go. All good? Just be careful. Now this right here is called a red rat snake because of the beautiful red pigment, and they love to eat rodents. It's also called a corn snake. They don't eat corn though. If you look at their belly, they have a checkered pattern similar to the Indian corn kernel. Now, since these guys are constrictors, they do not possess venom, and they only get around 4 feet long, so they're harmless to us. Now, the interesting thing about a snake is when you touch them, they're smooth and dry. A lot of people think that they're wet and slimy because they're scared of them. The reality of it is, a snake's skin is made of keratin, the same material as your fingernails and your hair. When they get hot, they move into the shade to cool down, but when people get hot, they sweat to cool down. So in reality, snakes are dry, smooth, and clean, and people are sweaty, disgusting, and nasty. Now, if you had the option to pick between rats and snakes on your property, what would you want? Snakes? Okay. Snakes don't carry any diseases that can be given to humans. Rats carry all kinds of diseases. They also carry ticks on their back, and ticks can carry Lyme disease, so that's no good for anybody. Another good thing is snakes don't eat people food. Rats love to eat people food, so you can find a rat in your pantry eating your cookies and your cereal, and going to the bathroom on it as well. So that's really no good for anybody. Now this guy's nocturnal, so when you put him in a dark bag like this, it actually keeps them nice and calm. Because out in the wild, he'd be hiding in the crevice of a rock during the hot day. Back in the bag. Sir, the feeding show's not till 3. No, he's a good dog. Oh, that's right. I forgot I had a second mystery bag. It's like a game show. You pick a box, get keys to a new car, maybe a lot of money, but instead, it's always a pillowcase with a snake, and it might be venomous. Nobody laughs at that part of the show for a reason. Excuse me, miss, would you like to reach inside this bag? Come on. Now, what you want to do is grab it by the midsection. It's a snake, so it's all a midsection. Go ahead. I guarantee it's a snake and not a bunny. Go ahead. Go on. Look, I'll bring him closer to the surface. You grab by the midsection. Go in. Go ahead. Okay. Good? Let me do it for you. This is this right here is called a Florida king snake. It's not called a king snake because he wears a little crown. He is called the king snake because he actually eats other snakes, including the venomous ones that are found down here in South Florida, like the rattlesnake. Now, he's not immune to snake venom, and he's not venomous himself. He's a constrictor. So you're probably wondering, how does he eat something like a rattlesnake without getting injected with the venom and dying? Well, what he does is he sneaks up from the side of the rattlesnake, he bites the bottom and top jaw, holds its mouth shut so he can't get injected with the venom, and then he strangles it until it's dead. Once it's dead, he'll swallow it from the head to the tip of the tail. he can get to be 6 feet long and live to be 30 years old in captivity. So a 4-foot rattlesnake is definitely on the menu, and the little pygmy rattlesnakes are like little appetizers. Now there are different species of king snake throughout North America. Here we have a beautiful blonde version to match with the sandy terrain. So if a bird of prey is flying overhead looking for a snake to eat, he's well camouflaged, and he can stay hidden so he doesn't end up on the menu. Now before I move on to the last snake of the show, please let me know now if you're scared of snakes so I do not pick on you. Put your hands up if you do not like snakes. You can trust me, I'm the snake guy. Come on. There was 5 people and they disappeared. Alright, I'm just going to pick at random since I'm assuming you guys all have no problems with snakes. Axel? Alright, everyone give Axel a round of applause. She's going to I'm waiting on you, let's go. Put your phone down. Give your insurance card to them so they can put the number in at the hospital. Watch your step. Come on down. We don't shoot. Alright, stand right here next to me. Alright. Oh shoot! Why do I keep hearing oh shoot today? Stand right here. What? No, don't worry. Look ahead, palms up to the sky like this. Do not move for safety / insurance reasons. Just like this. Okay. When we think of large, powerful snakes, what kind of snakes do you guys think of? Don't fix your hair. Put your hands out like that. Boa constrictors, anacondas, pythons, the big muscular snakes that strangle their prey. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. I'm trying to give you a high five. Stay just like this. Do not move. He's fragile. He's like a little baby. This right here is called a ball python. They're from Africa. They typically live in rocky outcrops and eat small mammals. Now, it's called a ball python because when it feels threatened by a predator, it takes its head, it shoves it tightly in its coils, and wraps up in a nice ball to protect its face. Inside this cute little mouth right here, they have 3 rows of teeth, and they have around 200 teeth. And they all curve back like fish hooks. So when they bite down on a prey item, the more you struggle, the deeper the teeth go. It's a very painful, agonizing bite. That's why I'm not handling that snake. It looks like your friend needs some help. You want me to help him? I'm going to grab it, okay? You want me to grab it? Okay, I'm going to grab the small one. Alright, give a round of applause, guys. This right here is called a Burmese python. They're from India. They were introduced to the Florida Everglades throughout the pet trade. People used to buy them around 2 feet long, feed them a little mouse once a week. What they didn't realize is these snakes get anywhere from 15 to 18 feet long and can weigh up to 200 pounds. By the time they get that big, they don't eat little mice anymore. They eat small goats, pigs, and large rabbits. It's very awkward when your friend comes over to get a frozen popsicle out of the freezer and he finds a dead goat at the bottom. Hard to explain. So people started to realize, you know what, goats and pigs are very expensive to feed to this snake, and also my house cat went missing, so I don't want it anymore. And they had to throw them out in the Everglades. The big reason they're out there, though, is the breeding facilities that sold snakes to the pet shops, they were destroyed during the hurricane. And all the animals got out into the Everglades, and over time they've adapted to the local environment. Now, the only animal that can compete with a big python would be an alligator. and even alligators have a tough time taking these snakes down. They've been documented to eat 7 to 8 foot alligators. Even at this size, he can take out a 3.5 foot alligator. They can eat something 10 to 15 times bigger than their own skull because their bottom jaw hinges and the skin around their face is like elastic and it stretches. Now I'm going to set her down. There we go. There we go. Give me 1 second, guys. Now I actually have 2 of those ball pythons. They're both very easy to handle, very docile snakes. And when you hold them, all you got to do is support them from underneath like this. Don't grab by the neck or anything like that. Just hold them like a little baby, 2 hands. And you guys can actually take photos with them. I have 2. If you guys have any questions, my name is Chandler. And if you enjoyed the show, feel free to show your appreciation. The next show's at 2 o'clock right here. I'm going to get on that big alligator's back and do some crazy stunts. And after that show, you can hold some baby gators. So if you want, come on down and hold some snakes. Otherwise, thank you for coming to the Everglades Alligator Farm. Want to come down? Okay.
Oh ja, oh ja.
Let's come over here. If I have the second snake, I'm going to bring him over here so we're not crowding that area.
Je veux pas, je veux pas.
Mais viens.
No chodź. O, to chyba takie to. No. Aký máš z toho pocit?
Zvláštne. Také stydia.
No, povedz.